Hello. Okay, why is the screen so dark? Let's brighten this up. So I am jumping on my 6 a.m. Wednesday morning live on YouTube today. So YouTube, it's actually not 6 a.m. yet. I don't know if anyone's going to jump on this live on YouTube, but for the past 2 weeks, in case you didn't know, I've been doing Instagram lives every Wednesday at 6 a.m. And so in a few minutes, I'm going to start the live on Instagram. And I think that's where most of my viewers are going to be. But I wanted to start doing them on YouTube because I would get a lot of comments saying that they wanted to watch these lives over again. And I go over some pretty informative topics, at least I think so. And Instagram watchers have agreed. So I wanted to upload this to YouTube. So you all who maybe don't follow me on Instagram or aren't able to watch the live just 24 hours after I do it can also hear what I have to say. So today's topic, I'm going to write it out in the comments here so when people join, they know what it's about. Today we're talking about it's in the title. What am I doing? I forgot about YouTube lives, how it's kind of different. This is one of my first times doing a YouTube live, guys, so bear with me. But basically, the idea of these early morning live streams is to get you guys up. I know I promote early rising on and productivity in the mornings on my YouTube channel a lot. And I wanted to do something to maybe help you guys out, give you something fun to do Wednesday mornings. So I have a lot of people who are also in EST time. They get up around 5 or 6 a.m. and they're so excited to watch these live streams in the morning while they're getting ready, while they're drinking their coffee. I got my coffee here. It was maybe a bad idea because I'm overheated, but I have some water too. So yes, hopefully you guys can hear me. The mic is my blue. I muted myself for a second. Okay, we're just figuring this out. Sorry, guys. I'm going to get to the topic of how to get out of a productivity rut or creative slump in just a second. But yeah, let me take a sip of water and then we'll go live on Instagram and we'll get started. It is hot in here, let me tell you. Also, I had to clean up my background because you can see a lot more of my background in the YouTube window than in my Instagram phone window. Okay, let's pop on live. And I'm also going to leave a comment to tell people what the topic is here. Hey guys, we are live. It's your Wednesday morning live. I'm going to paste what our topic for the live today is. I always forget how to pin the comment. There we go. And guys, it's kind of a special live today because look, I am also live on YouTube. We have some people joining in. So guys, I wanted to go live on YouTube too because it'll save it like a video. So you guys can reference this live back even after 24 hours because I know Instagram only allows it for 24 hours. So guys, let me set you up. How are you all doing this morning? I am... it's a rough morning. I had my last high school concert last night, so I didn't get home till 10:30, which is kind of late for me on school nights. I like to get in bed at least by 10. Sleeping in today. How are you guys? Okay, guys, so today we're talking about how to get out of a so check out that video. It's the Silk Almond Milk Creamer. It is the best. But the thing is, when I drink coffee and I talk in these mornings, I'm so overheated. I'm actually sweating right now. But I'm going to go ahead and get started on the topic, especially for all of our rewatchers who are coming back in and watching this live after it's done. And then after I go through the topics, the stages that I have written down for how to get out of a productivity rut, then I'll answer some questions. I want to show you guys an update to my vision book I did. I'm very excited for it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the topic of the day. So chose this topic for this week because this past few weeks, being a senior, I am finishing up school. This is my last official week of school. I only have a few more days. And so like all my work is finishing up and I don't have anything urgent really in my life right now. It's been really great, but also kind of weird for me because the whole past year, everything's been so urgent. Like you have to have this presentation done by this time, you have to have your course done by this time. Your clients need this and things, which I actually thrive in busyness, I find out. And yeah, so I have been a little thrown off because I don't have anything to do. Like I come home and I'm like, okay, I could work on a video, but I have 2 days before a video needs to go up. Or yeah, I'll work on this blog post, but I could do that tomorrow too. And it's really been a lot of procrastination, but it's also been a lack of just productivity. And I just am not wanting to do anything and I don't feel creative. I don't want to create new stuff because my special announcement thing is done. So I'm literally just like, okay, like sitting around, what should I do? I've been getting into working out more, which is great. But I've been trying to kind of pull myself out of this productivity slump or creative rut. And so I made a list of kind of the stages of how I'm doing that. And I thought I would share it with you guys today in case any of you guys are feeling the same kind of way. Also, I'm also, for everyone joining in, I'm also live on YouTube. So if I look up at this, like if I'm looking here, I'm looking at the YouTube screen. So yes, you guys can go back and watch it on YouTube. And I'm sorry for people watching this through YouTube because there's no live chat. Everyone's watching on Instagram, but you know, we're going to figure it out. I thought we'd go live on YouTube today too, just to try it out. We'll see how it goes. Okay. So the first thing that I've been doing when I'm working at my computer and I'm just like so lethargic and like, I don't know what's going on. I don't feel like doing any of this, which is very weird because I'm usually very motivated to work on my videos or whatever. I've just been stepping away. I've been acknowledging the fact that I'm not going to perform at my best self right now. And I just need to step away and I need to take a break. And that could just mean go for a walk. That can mean go get some water. That can mean, sadly, it means scrolling through Instagram for a little bit, which is a bad habit I need to stop doing. But I just try to step away. And then one of my favorite things that has really been working for me that I mentioned. So step one, step away. Step two is to actually like work out or sweat or just have like a mindfulness time. And for me, meditation's really hard. I want to start doing it, but working out is definitely a form of meditation. I mean, it's very therapeutic to me. So when I'm in like a workout class or I started getting into running, I mentioned last week on the live, I have an update with that. Endorphins. My connection's unstable on YouTube. I find that working out and getting those endorphins is really great to just like re-spark everything. And after I work out, I feel so much more productive. So if you're feeling unproductive and you're feeling really gross and lethargic, literally go for a walk, while listening to a podcast, go for a run, just do some like ab workouts, like just feel good, break a sweat, and you'll be like, okay, I worked out, so I can like do anything now. At least that's how I feel. Okay, so my next tip, a lot of you guys, or some of you guys may not like doing, but I don't like doing it, but I feel good after I do it. And that is to organize or clean a new space. And I find I work best when I have a clean space. Right now, the behind me is clean because I had to film this, but my desk is a mess. I'll show you guys here on Instagram. I got my plethora here of like cups and mugs because I'm always have to have like a drink or something, coffee, water while I'm working. Notebooks, books. There's my mic for YouTube. We got just everything is here. And so the first thing I'll do when I need to like have a new vision or something is I will clean out this space and make it really organized. Even vacuum. Like for some reason, vacuuming makes me feel really productive. And so I'll clean my space so that when I come back and I do feel ready to work and I do feel creative, I have a great place to do so. And then one of my favorite things to do, I've been doing this so much lately. Like the past few months, I was barely watching any YouTube. Like in my free time, I would just watch Netflix. And then while I was getting ready, I would listen to podcasts, which I still do. I listen to podcasts while I'm driving. But now at home, while I'm eating, like by myself, while I'm getting ready, while I'm just sitting, waiting for something to load, I've been watching so many YouTube videos, very inspirational, very health oriented to get me inspired to work out and eat better and feel better. And so a few of my favorites have been Kenzie Elizabeth, Sam, I don't know how to say her last name. I think it's Orzicle, I don't know. If you go to the YouTube video after this live, I'm going to put the links to their channels in the description box because they have been such a big help in my life these past few weeks when I've just felt like really out of it. And then the last one is Kaylin Nicholson, which I know maybe if you watch my videos, you watch hers too. She's great. So I've been loving those people for productivity, for health and fitness and wellness. And basically, after I watch one of their videos, I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can conquer the world. And I know a lot of you guys say that after you watch my videos, you feel that way, which just like makes my heart so happy because I'm the same way. I love getting inspiration from YouTubers. I think it's a great way to see real people working on their lives. And then I just think it's very motivating and very inspiring. So I hope I do the same for you guys. But yeah, so inhaling inspiration, just like taking it all in, like gathering as much as you can, like reading books, listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos, just getting all the inspiration you can when you're in this rut, I think is very important because if I am in a rut and I just lay on my bed and watch Netflix, I most likely will stay in that rut state of mind just because Netflix for me is like very chill. Like I have nothing to do. I can relax while YouTube, I'm like, okay, I can do things. I can get stuff done. I could work on my own YouTube videos, that kind of thing. Okay, this is one that my mom actually recommended for more if you're like in a creative rut. And it is to immerse yourself in the arts. And this is really good for creativity because let's say you're a painter, try going to a like clay museum or try going to see a play. Immerse yourself in arts that aren't related to what you do directly. So if you're into YouTube editing, filming, movie editing, I don't know, something with like film, go see a live show or go to an acting class, something like that. My mom was an actress. And so what she said she used to do was she lived in New York. And what she would do when she was in a creative slump was go to art museums. And she would go to, I think she said like quilting stores and just look at all the different arts that other people have put their heart and soul into and really get inspired by that. And even though her art was acting, she would go immerse herself in these other cultures, other textiles, other aspects of the arts. And she said it really worked for her. So that's something awesome. And I think that's kind of like me when I separate myself, like, you know, like I said, like I step away from my work. That first step is stepping away and taking a break. I try to go do something opposite of what I was doing. So if I was working here and, you know, my brain is like fried, I've been looking at a computer all day, like I'll go read a book, something that doesn't have to do with a screen. So kind of just like adjusting and balancing and by immersing yourself in something other than what you're having a slump in. So the next step is something that really came in handy this week, and it is to have multiple projects going on if possible. So what I do have multiple projects. I do a lot of different things. I have my YouTube channel, then like Instagram, and then my business, my website, blog, podcast. I'm working on another special thing, which I've mentioned you'll hear about next month. And so this one day, this past week, I was editing a video. I did not feel like editing a video. I was like, this is the worst thing ever right now. And usually I've been a YouTuber for years. Like I usually don't mind editing. I was just not having it, but I was still kind of productive. Like I didn't want to just go do nothing. I didn't want to take a break. I didn't want to step away. And so I was really glad at that moment that I could just go to a different project and channel my productivity in something that I wanted to do. Because I feel like a lot of times we force ourselves, like with creative projects, we force ourselves to do them. And when we do that, we're just making it worse on ourselves, because with creative projects like YouTube, like blogging, photography, writing, whatever it is, you have to be in that good or paused. Wait till we reconnect. I was on a roll. Okay, we're back. Some YouTubers may feel differently. They may feel like, no, it's just good to get content up, which maybe it is. I'm sure, you know, it's always good to have a schedule. But for me, I don't stick super strictly to a schedule just because I want to feel good when I film. And I know that feeling. I know when I want to film, like I know that feeling I get. And so I wait for that feeling to film, which comes a few times a week. It does. It's not like a once in a month feeling, but I feel like with creative projects, you just have to be in that mindset. And so if you're not in the mindset for one project, try having another project to be able to work on when you're still feeling like, okay, I want to get some stuff done, but not this thing. You can work on this other project. And that could be like your photography business is one project, and then your like homework, schoolwork is another project. Like they don't have to be correlated. Just have some things going on in your life that you can switch between. Okay, and then this last one is not contradicts, but if what you have to work on, what you're not being productive in, isn't creative, then, but you still don't feel like doing it, you just got to do it instead of dreading it. Because we all know procrastination. So there's a difference between being in a productive, creative slump and procrastinating. It's kind of, I hope I can explain this well without editing and I don't ramble on, but I'm going to try to explain my thoughts about this. So productivity, creativeness, like I said, you have that feeling like you're feeling good. Like with creative projects, you have to be in the zone. You have to feel it. Like if you want it to be a sad painting, you know, maybe you need to be in that state. If you want it to be a happy video, you need to be in that state. But when it comes to something that's just filling out tax forms, doing some homework, for me, like math for me isn't very creative. Maybe for you it is. I know different things can be creative for different people. Math for me, not creative, right? I'm like, it's so logical. I don't like this. I like creativity. Math for me isn't. But I dread it so much. I dread doing math homework. I'm actually done with math homework for the year, which you guys don't even know how happy that made me. But when I did have math homework, I would just be like, okay, Hannah, you're doing this first thing Sunday morning in front of all of my other homework for the day, because if you don't do it early, you're going to dread it the whole day and it's going to ruin your day. And so don't dread something that you could do right now. And so when I started to not do something, not because I didn't feel productive, but because I just didn't want to do it, I find that that's procrastination. And that's what, you know, we try to work against. So yes, that's talking about creativity, productivity, slump, and then procrastination. They're two different things. So try to figure out what they look like in your life and how they look in your work, and really try to separate them. Ask yourself, okay, am I procrastinating this? Or am I actually, you know, in a slump and I need some more inspiration? Like, will watching a helpful YouTube video get me inspired? Will going on a walk, you know, get me ready to work? Try it out. So yes, those were all my stages of how I've been working through productivity, creative slump. Let me know what you guys think, what you guys do. I want to know. It's been really weird looking down and then looking up at these two different screens. I'm gonna have to figure something out. I don't know if it looked weird. Who knows? I'm gonna take a sip of coffee while I read some comments here. I haven't looked at any of the comments in the live because I just got to stay focused on the topic. But now we have some time to chat. So, oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the tips. It's weird. These lives are literally like doing a live video. Whitney Simmons. I'm going to write that down. Someone recommended watching Whitney Simmons. I don't think I've ever watched her, but thank you for the suggestion. I'm going to write that down. Awesome. Yes, someone agreed with the cleaning the space. I love it. Okay. Sorry, my hair's a little crazy. I curled it last night. This is how quickly my hair uncurls. It was in curls last night. I curled it at like 6 p.m. and now it's just frizzy. Thank you guys. I'm glad you liked it. One girl said she runs when she's not creative. Yes. I'm going to get to that in a second with my vision book. I'm really excited for it. I am 18. Oh, Chelsea Trevor. Yeah, I have watched her before. Okay, yeah, someone commented, I really need to start going on walks. It's such an underrated thing. Like, I went on a walk this past Saturday. I was gonna try to run, and then I just wasn't feeling it. It may have been procrastination. It may not have been like a workout slump. It was probably procrastination of working out. But I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go on a walk. So I put on some new music. I went on a walk, like a mile walk. That was it. Came in home, had some breakfast with my mom, then got to work. It was great. It was what I needed. Just a little time out in the fresh air. Someone asked, have you been writing a book or are you going to? So funny story. I actually started at the beginning of senior year, beginning of this past year to write a book because I wanted to write it while I was still in high school, but it was just not happening. I was way too busy to write a book because I was working on clients and stuff. But it's definitely one of my life goals though, is to write a book. I think that'd be so fun. I'm not the best at writing. I'm way better at speaking in videos, in lives, in podcasts. That's why I love podcasts. I'm way better like that than writing. So I probably have to work with someone on making my thoughts come across. But the topic of my book here, we'll get a little, you guys for watching the live are going to get a little insight here. What I want my book to be about is being an entrepreneur in high school, being a boss babe in high school. I obviously don't know a title. I haven't written it yet, but that's kind of the idea I wanted to talk about, was starting your career in high school. Even if it's not being an entrepreneur, maybe I'll just do like starting your career with getting those internships, figuring out what you like, figuring out your passion, and then working from there. Obviously, if you find a passion in high school, it may change in college and your career might completely change. But I think that's kind of what I would want my book to be about. Do you have any tips for starting a YouTube channel? I want to do a live actually all about starting a YouTube channel, so maybe we could do that next week. Actually, will I be able to do a live next week? I don't know. I have a crazy schedule coming up, guys, so some of these lives may have to be switched to a different day. I'm sorry. Next week's a weird week. It's my graduation week, so we're doing a bunch of random stuff with my school. But anyway, YouTube, starting a YouTube channel. I always say to get your theme down and really work on consistency. Like once you start uploading a video once a week, really try to get that video up once a week and really like start relationships with other creators through Instagram, through YouTube, really build those relationships and start collaborating. I have a 4-week course coming up, guys. That was my special announcement I was talking about yesterday on my Instagram stories. So when you watch these lives, you're getting a bunch of insights. You're getting what my future book's going to be about. You're getting what my special announcement is. So yes, I'm really excited for this 4-week e-course coming out next week or the next. I can't remember. I have to look at a calendar, but first week in June. So I think it's in 2 weeks. So it's coming out. I'm very excited for it. And it's going to take you all the way through how to start a YouTube channel, how to launch it, how to sustain it, everything. Let's see, there are some comments. You wrote a book? Oh my goodness. It was a collection of poems I've written that like together puts a story. Oh my goodness. That sounds really cool. We kind of did that in school this year. We did vignettes. We did a series of vignettes, and I just turned in a series of poems in like a book form. It was just 4 poems, but I turned that in for English yesterday. So yeah, I get what you're saying. Let's see. Yeah, spending time with family, that's also really good. I meant to say that when I step away and I take a break, I like to go change my atmosphere. And so a big thing for that is like having a day off, spending it with family, going to do something fun with your friends, like going on a hike or going to see a movie, like literally just having a date or a girl's day just makes me feel really good. And so I think it is very helpful when needing some inspiration. Okay, guys, it is 6:22. Everyone's coming to Instagram. Now you guys know if YouTube is better for you, you can come to YouTube and watch. If it's better for you than watching on Instagram, whatever's easiest for you. But yeah, so we'll see how this video does throughout the day. I'm really interested to see how live stream will do on my channel. And if it doesn't do very good, I got a video planned. It was so prominent in my life these past few weeks. If you want to hear why, go back to the beginning of the live. And okay, guys, I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the comments. Oh, I'm so glad this live was helpful. Yay, Allah. Don't worry, Haley, you can go back and rewatch it. I know it's not live, but you definitely can do that. Okay, anyway, sorry, what was I saying? Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next live, next video. There'll be a video on Sunday or later today. Who knows? Okay, guys, have a great Wednesday, or have a great evening if you're watching this at night. Whatever time